Think and Grow Rich Chapter 2. Desire. The starting point of all achievement. Chapter 2 of Napoleon Hill's legendary work, Think and Grow Rich, identifies desire as the first step toward riches. Hill emphasizes that a mere wish or hope is insufficient. One must possess a burning desire that becomes an obsession, backed by a definite plan and unwavering persistence. The chapter opens with the compelling story of Edwin C. Barnes. Barnes traveled as a tramp to meet Thomas A. Edison with a singular, consuming obsession to become the business associate of the great inventor. His desire was not a hope or a wish. It was a keen, pulsating desire that transcended everything else. When Barnes arrived at Edison's laboratory, he looked like a tramp, but his thoughts were those of a king. He was willing to start in a menial position, doing whatever Edison asked, as long as it provided an opportunity to take even one step toward his goal. 5 years passed before his chance arrived, the opportunity to sell the Edison dictating machine. Because Barnes had burned all bridges behind him and left no way of retreat, he seized the moment and became a successful partner. His story proves that a definite desire can be transmuted into its physical equivalent. Hill explains that every person who wins in any undertaking must be willing to burn their ships and cut all sources of retreat. He tells the story of a great warrior who, upon arriving at the enemy's shores, ordered his men to burn the very boats that carried them. He told them, "We win or we perish." By removing the possibility of retreat, he ensured that his men maintained the state of mind known as a burning desire to win, which is essential to success. The core of this chapter is the method by which desire for riches can be transmuted into its financial equivalent. This consists of 6 definite, practical steps. First, fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. It is not sufficient merely to say, "I want plenty of money." Be definite as to the amount. Second, determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money you desire. There is no such reality as something for nothing. Third, establish a definite date when you intend to possess the money you desire. Fourth, create a definite plan for carrying out your desire, and begin at once, whether you are ready or not, to put this plan into action. Fifth, write out a clear, concise statement of the amount of money you intend to acquire, the time limit, what you intend to give in return, and the plan through which you intend to accumulate it. Sixth, read your written statement aloud twice daily, once just before retiring at night and once after arising in the morning. As you read, see and feel and believe yourself already in possession of the money. Hill also discusses the importance of being a practical dreamer. He points to great pioneers like Columbus, who dreamed of an unknown world, Copernicus, who dreamed of a multiplicity of worlds, and Henry Ford, who dreamed of a horseless carriage. These men were often ridiculed, but they stood by their dreams until they became realities. Thomas Edison himself failed 10,000 times before perfecting the light bulb, but he never quit. Hill shares a deeply personal story about his son, Blair, who was born without ears. Doctors predicted he would be a deaf-mute for life. Refusing to accept this, Hill used the principle of desire. He found that Blair could hear slightly through bone conduction, like clamping his teeth on a Victrola. Hill constantly told Blair bedtime stories designed to plant the idea that his affliction was an asset of great value. Blair eventually developed hearing and speech, went to normal schools, and later discovered a hearing aid that worked perfectly for him. He turned his handicap into a career by helping the manufacturer market the device, proving that every adversity brings with it the seed of an equivalent advantage. In conclusion, a burning desire is the starting point of all achievement. Successful people do not quit. They have the imagination to see and understand that the accumulation of money cannot be left to chance. As Hill famously stated, "Success requires no apologies. Failure permits no alibis. The mind has no limitations except those we acknowledge."